Morning. Well, I said in the other video that I was going to put all of my equipment that I'm starting out with for this lawn mowing business I'm wanting to start up. I said I'd put all the equipment into a separate video, so here they are. It's not much, but it's what I got. I've got a premium condition 2000 White Outdoor LT 1650. It's a 42-inch deck. It's about it all. That's all the specialness that goes into that. It's got close to around 550 hours on it. I have replaced both of these front tires multiple times because I kept running over stuff. One of them currently has a plug in it. This whole control arm assembly here has been swapped out because the other one broke. It snapped off right at the post right there where it goes up through that. One of the tie rods down here has been swapped out because that broke. It needs a new seat, as you can tell, but it's still fairly comfortable for when you're mowing. Just it's a little hot when you get up because then the sun hits it and then it cooks your butt. It has a new battery because the one that I got with it was junk. Yeah, the parking brake doesn't work. Normally you go to get off of it, you can set this here parking brake and it'll keep running while you're up doing what you need to do. That does not work, so I disabled the seat switch. It has, under the hood here, some broken little bracket deals. Headlights don't work. They got disconnected because they haven't worked since I got it. Right there, we got 18 whole horses here. Yeah, the 3-year warranty is definitely long gone. I'm not sure what kind of engine it is. I have no idea. Never actually looked. But it gets the job done. On one tank, I can do my yard, my neighbor's yard off to the side, which is kind of smaller than my yard, and then my neighbor's yard behind the house, and the empty field next to it. So I can do my property, and her property all on one tank. I've got this Craftsman blower here. This did not work when I got it. My little brother has had a lawn business for the past 7 years, and he said at one point that he had a lot of customers that just gave him equipment that was broken to either tinker with or to fix up and just be able to use for his own business. Some of it he fixed, but with the full-time job that he has and then his mowing business on the side, he didn't have a whole lot of time to fix things anymore, so he gave it to me. So I'm trying to kind of slowly fix things up as I go. It takes money for parts, which I don't have right now, so got a lot of equipment just sitting around. But I got this one fixed, that way I would have a blower. It does a pretty good job. The Ryobi trimmer over here is my temporary trimmer. I bought this one, I think 6 years ago. And right out of the box, it was a piece of junk. Then we have over here the straight shaft John Deere C1200. This one works a lot better than that piece of junk. This one, the RPM seem to go higher. It kind of more power. It goes through weeds and tall grass and all a lot better. So I've been using this one. Plus, with the straight shaft, it's a little easier for me to handle the trimmer. I haven't found a trimmer yet that is built 6-foot friendly. They all seem to, I've noticed anytime I was trimming, I would always get a sore back because I'm 6'3", and anytime I'm trimming, I was kind of hunched over a little bit because standing up straight, I wasn't able to really reach everything on the ground. the trimming head would be way too close to my boots. So one way I kind of got around that, and I started wondering, oh, I can't be the only one with this problem. So one way to kind of fix that is, they said, keep your arms close into your body. And one way that I was able to finally do that is I had to take this handle and move it back towards the engine, because originally it was somewhere up around here, which means I had to reach farther out to grab the handle and then lean forward to be able to reach the weeds. So moving that handle back allows me to stand up a little straighter, keep my arms in so I don't get that jacked up back that I'm sure a lot of people have experienced. This thing, believe it or not, does leave pretty good stripes. Thanks to my do-it-yourself little homemade striper here. I'll probably put that in a separate video on its own. I've been mowing my yard. I switched up the stripes and all in my yard just to see how effective that thing was. And after I mow the yard, I'll tell you what, you can see those stripes clearly defined forward and back. And I do it towards the road that way. With that thing, you can't do the diagonal stripes. At least I can't. So I just go back and forth, and you can see those lines, those stripes, really well defined. This isn't the ideal mower for doing striping or stuff like that. It's made for just to be your personal lawnmower. The biggest time killer with this mower is turnaround time, because to make the stripes, I got to go all the way back, and once I do the lap or two around the yard to give me room to turn. Then I get all the way back to the end of that little lane where I can turn, and I've got to turn, back up, go, and then kind of back up and straighten out again to make sure that my lines are nice and straight and not a little bit of a curve into it, because then that starts to get my stripes all off. So, but it actually does lay pretty good stripes with that homemade striper on there. I was really surprised, but it's really nice. If for some reason I come across a lawn where I cannot get this mower into the backyard because of a gate, there's a lot of gated yards around here. This whole neighborhood has gates. So if I can't get that big one in there, I do have this here push mower. Take the bag off and it just mulches it. There's no side discharge. I bought this one when I bought the house, so it's probably about 4 years old, but it still works. Let's see, a yard machine. I believe that was the Lowe's special. So, but it works in a pinch. Something breaks down. That's what I started out with in my personal house, and then got sick of doing that and went and bought this one. So that's what I got to start off with. It's not much. They're second hand, third hand, fourth hand, fifth hand machines, but for the moment they work. I try to baby them, that way they stay working. Try not to abuse my tools. All of my tools I try to take good care of. So make sure I keep up on the maintenance on all of them. So that's the equipment that I'm starting out with. I would like to move from this mower to a standard mower someday, but as you all know, those are very expensive. And you can buy a used one cheaper, but it's kind of hard to, at least for what I've been looking for, it's hard to find one that's used for a decent price and in good shape. A lot of them are just used, abused, all beat up, real rough looking machine with thousands of hours, and they're still really expensive. But I think that would be a good investment, of course. So plus it would make things faster to be able to just go down, turn around, come back, instead of doing a 6-point turn, 8-point turn every time I got to turn around. So that's what I got. I'm gonna go get some other stuff done. Y'all be good.